Hello Scorpio and welcome to your timeless tarot reading. I hope you're doing good, Scorpio. I'm very happy to be here with you. So let's dive right in. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Of course, it helps me more than you know, okay? Let's see what is the general energy for Scorpios. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Whatever placement or connection you have with the sign of Scorpio, you are welcome here. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Wands in the reverse. And look, your general energy is the Ace of Cups. So, tarot reflects real life, okay? Let's just be real. I feel like it's definitely important for me, especially when I see cards like the Ace of Cups, to talk about the whole spectrum of what it can be, what it can feel like. The aces are an exchange of energy. Of course, it can signify a new beginning, but the thing is that the cup is overflowing. So I feel like right now there could be a lot happening. There could be so much intense feelings coming up to the surface for you, and it might be hard to manage. Let's just be honest. New beginnings, aces in the tarot are intense. Any new beginning is very intense. So I don't believe that cards are just like good or bad. I believe they can really talk about the whole spectrum of emotions. So here, okay, we have the opportunity for something new to happen. We have something that feels destined and something that has the possibility of growing and expanding. What I'm hearing right now is, where is your mind at? I don't know why it's coming through, but I feel like there could be this feeling of, okay, that's a lot. I'm a little overwhelmed. I want to invest in this relationship. I want to invest in this opportunity, whatever that is for you. But my mind is focused on something else right now. This is what is coming through intuitively. There's definitely a lot on your plate, Scorpio. So is it a good time for you to welcome this energy? Are you ready to receive it? Are you even available to receive it? We'll see what the tarot has to say. But very interesting. Oh, okay, look at that. The World card flew out of the deck right away. So yeah, there's definitely a lot happening. You could be experiencing some type of ending, or maybe you just been through a type of ending. I had a message coming through this morning on another project I'm working with at the moment, and it feels like you could be in a liminal space, in a period of unknown right now. You want to take a chance on something. Maybe you don't know exactly where this next project, this next new beginning will bring you, but I think you're learning how to trust, and you could still be dealing with, again, a lot of endings. The World card is about never looking back. It is the biggest ending in the tarot because we will not be revisiting the things that we're saying goodbye to. This is big. This is big, Scorpio. Again, I feel like you could be in a very personal threshold, going through something very personal right now. And it's like, okay, I have to sit in the unknown. I have to accept. I have to accept and trust that whatever is coming next is meant for me. And I feel like it's not easy to do that. Definitely not easy. The World is a big, big card. It doesn't show up just randomly in readings. I noticed, like, in my career, the World card, it's probably one of the cards that comes up the least. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but it's a big ending. Again, something you are releasing, you are done with. Let's see what this is about. I'm very curious, Scorpio. Look at that. Another card of completion and movement. You have been fixed, and maybe stuck in the same energy for a while, hoping for things to change or ready for things to change. And this is exactly what's happening. Look at that. We are just starting this reading and we have 3 major cards and an ace. So where is your mind at right now? Are you putting too much on your plate? Is there too much that other people are asking from you? I feel like there is this very excited part of you wanting to create, wanting to collaborate. You know, your cup is overflowing, but with the Sun and the Ace of Cups, make sure that you take time to pause. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself and make sure that you ground yourself. There's like so much coming through. And even if you might be about to experience some of the most beautiful, expensive moments of your life, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So again, I have this question coming through intuitively, like, where is your mind at? Are you feeling a little burnt out, a little overwhelmed, not knowing where to start, what to focus on? I feel like right now the important thing would be to trust, especially if you feel like your creative energy is burning like the sun. I feel like there could definitely be a lot that inspires you right now. It could be people, collaboration. There's something that feels very magical, like, wow, okay, things are finally moving. There's finally something happening, but now there's so much I have to deal with. I don't know where to start. I don't know where my focus should be. So important to pause. Very important to pause. Opening ourselves to welcome the sun, to welcome new opportunities. That's amazing. I like that. But we still have to remember to keep our feet on the ground. You know, to be present, because that's what I'm sensing here. There's so much happening. It's hard to be present and really notice and enjoy like the beauty of each moment. It's like, okay, that's happening. So what's next? What's next? There's this other thing I have to do. There's this other person that need me. There's this other project that I want to work on. Yeah, okay. But right now in the present moment, what is your number one priority? And what I'm getting here, I feel like this priority should be you. It could be your children if you have children. It could be your partner. But at the end of the day, I think that it's you. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles came out in the reverse. You have been giving a lot of your time, a lot of your energy, and maybe sometimes you feel like there's no equal payback in a sense. It's like, I feel like maybe in the recent past, you gave so much of yourself away in a relationship, in a collaboration. And you could feel sometimes like, wow, okay, I gave so much of myself away and I don't feel like there's enough reciprocity. I feel like I've been barely hanging on and making things work for me, but I have so much to do. So yeah, there's a little bit of low energy is what I'm sensing here. And like the cards are fabulous. This is, yeah, look at that. The Tower is here in the reverse and this is at the heart of your reading. The feeling I'm getting right now, Scorpio, is like you've been through so much. And now that the energy is switching and that things are going to get a lot easier to navigate and a lot like energy is better and happier in general, there's a part of you that's like, okay, I have to grasp every second because I don't want to miss out on any opportunities. I want to say yes to everything. But you are still maybe in a time of grief. There are still things beneath the surface that needs care and that needs you to tend to. Very interesting. The Tower in the reverse to me always said lesson learned. It's like, I don't think it's the first time where you give so much of yourself away that maybe you feel a little burnt out. And this is not a negative message. Again, I don't believe in negative and positive in the tarot. I feel like it's all a spectrum of emotions. It's a mirror of what it's like to be a human. So it's not just negative or positive. It's not just black and white. It's deeper than that. So here with the Tower in the reverse, it's like, hey, remember the lesson that you learned last time that you gave too much? Last time that you did not ground yourself, you did not take care of yourself, and you said yes to everything. There's something about being low energy, but feeling bad about that. Like, I have to say yes to everything again. I don't want to miss out on any opportunity. This is very interesting because it seems like this is a very happy, nourishing time for you. The Sun is here. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Like, again, this is big. But is it too much? And where is your mind at right now? Where is your mind at right now? Is there something that you can delegate? Is there someone that you can ask help from? Even if it's uncomfortable, especially if it's uncomfortable. I'm a fixed sign also. I have a rising in Scorpio. I connect a lot with you guys. I feel like most of you know that by now. And, being a water fixed sign, it's intense. It's not easy to navigate. So it's like, again, we want it all. But when we have a moment to really ask ourselves, why do I want it all? This is where it gets tricky. You don't have to be all things and you don't have to say yes to everything. What is a priority right now? Is it your immediate family? Is it your partner? Is it your self-love, your self-care? Is it a creative project? It feels like the tarot wants you to know that nothing that is meant for you will pass you by. You don't need to rush a yes. You don't need to rush anything right now, even if you feel like you do. Look at that. As I'm saying that, the Knight of Wands is in the reverse. This is exactly it. It's okay to take your time. It's okay to take your time. Okay. Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. So you are in the process of learning to delegate, learning to say, okay, I don't have to do everything. I don't have to say yes to everything. It might be very uncomfortable learning to do that, but you're releasing a lot. We have the World, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Swords, Tower in the reverse. Scorpio, that's a lot. I feel like you are slowly but surely releasing a behavior of wanting to be all things and wanting to be on top of your game constantly. There are a lot of feelings that want to show up to the surface. And notice on the Queen of Cups, this is the only cup in the whole tarot deck that is closed. The Queen of Cups is so profound. There's so much that wants to be explored and acknowledged, but the cup is closed. You have been maybe pushing away some feelings that want to come up to the surface, pushing some of your own needs, maybe a need to pause, a need to talk to someone, a need to be seen and heard, because you want to do it all and you want to have it all, which I don't blame you. I love that about the Scorpio energy. I love that when your mind is set on something, you can move mountains. Like when I get excited about traveling, about a specific goal or project, I always want to talk to my Scorpio friends. Always. Because you guys know how to dream big. And this is a thing about you. Not everyone understands that about you. But right now, it's like dreaming big. Is it to your own detriment? Because something is calling you back to the present moment. There's something around you that wants your attention, and there's something within you that wants to come up to the surface. Those are not easy feelings. I think you're definitely inspired right now, inspired by your experiences, inspired by your feelings. That's great. But it's like, okay, where do I start? And I think that this cup of love is meant to be given to yourself. How can you offer that cup to yourself in this moment? What is it? You know, it's going to be different for each and every one watching this reading. It's like, for me, it could be to pause. Look at that. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Do you feel like you need a little break, an extra day off? Again, the mind is going to say you're going to miss out on something. You cannot afford a day off. You have to show up for everyone. You have to be there. You have to be on top of your game. The brain is going to say that. This is a Virgo card. It might be earth energy, but Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So very cerebral. The mind and the nervous system is activated. But look, this card is in the reverse. Actually, it's going to be very beneficial for you to take an extra day off, to pause, to really acknowledge like, okay, I deserve a break and nothing that is meant for me is going to pass me by. And if something passes me by, well, it wasn't meant to be. So trusting in the timing and not rushing a project, not rushing something that you feel needs to be done right now. Does it really have to be done right now? And ask yourself again, I'm going back to the Queen of Cups because I feel like this is a very, very important card for you. Knowing that there's a feeling that wants to come up to the surface and you've been pushing it down. And now things feel a little unbalanced. So you could have a very good day and then a very bad day, very good day, very bad. It's like a roller coaster. And you're like, can I just get a little stability? Damn, like just a little time to chill and to, re-energize, enjoy what I have. This is definitely a big message that's coming through. And of course, I'm going to take another tarot deck to clarify and dig deeper. But it's like you are working so hard to get all of those things. But do you even have the time to enjoy those things? This is what I'm sensing here. Let's say you wanted a relationship and now you're so busy you barely have time to spend time with your partner, or you really wanted to have an extra job, an extra creative project, but now you barely have time to rest and pause and practice self-care. There's something here. There's something here about that. It's your time to enjoy the sun. It's your time to enjoy the sun. And I feel like you taking some time to rest is definitely planting seed. It's something that's going to be very beneficial for you to focus on self-care, on healing. It's like there's this mentality right now that's coming through of like, I don't have time to focus on my healing. I don't have time to focus on self-care. I need to get shit done. This is what I'm sensing here. And actually, no, it's a very beneficial thing for you to plant seed of self-care and be like, okay, the world is not going to end if I take an extra day off. How can I manage that? How can I maybe log off, not look at my emails for today, not look at my cell phone and really be present. Something is kind of shining a light through the material world right now. I don't know if like money is on your mind or like creating something, building something. Again, that's beautiful. We don't want to take that away. We just want to pause on this. Because I feel like since you've been giving so much of your energy away, it's like you need to recharge. Your battery is running low. So you cannot show up in your creative projects, at work, in your relationship in a way that you want to, because your battery is starting to get, a little low. So how does it look like for you to recharge? Again, it's going to be different for a lot of people. Very interesting. Very interesting reading. We have Four of Swords. Yeah. Four of Swords is literally my card for recharging. I've talked about that before, but there's this beautiful way of expressing what the Four of Swords feel like. One of my beautiful tarot teacher taught me that. And it's like, when you are on a plane, when you go to travel, and they do the security measure before, and they tell you, okay, if anything happens, you're going to take the oxygen mask and put it on yourself before putting it on someone else. This is what the Four of Swords feels like. How do you want to help others, to show up in the world with all your heart, with balanced energy, when your battery is running low, when you're not taking the time to nourish yourself first? Take the time to breathe out. This is the Lord of Rest, resting, especially if it's uncomfortable. Because again, it's like it's all part of you growing and learning to do that every day. I feel like we have to practice. Self-care, first of all, is like so easy to just throw out there, saying self-care. It doesn't have to cost anything. And self-care is going to look different for everyone. But it's something that we have to practice. It doesn't come naturally just for everyone. I know some people who cannot pause, cannot take care of themselves. They just don't know how. They just don't want to start doing it. They don't have the time. They feel selfish. Those are all feelings that could come up to the surface. The world is not going to end if you pause. And the Tower is here as a friend. The Tower is always for you and not to you. The Tower is bitter medicine. It stings, it's uncomfortable, but it works. So that's the thing. I feel like there could be some uncomfortable feelings around pausing. You might feel like you're missing out on something. This message is going to come through over and over again because this is definitely the general theme here. That cup of love, that cup that is overflowing, you have to give it to yourself. And sometimes we are expecting other people to support us, to help us, to ask, like, do you need help, Scorpio? It's not always going to happen, unfortunately. We cannot wait for other people to do the work for us or to always ask us. I think that this could definitely be a good time to say, hey, I need more support. I need a little bit more time. I'm going to need you to do a little bit more task around the house. I'm going to need you to support me a little bit. I just need to recharge. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually, part of being vulnerable. It's part of radical self-love, saying, no, I have to choose myself first in this moment. That's just how it goes. And it feels like there could definitely be some type of new beginning, new creative project, new relationship, new opportunity showing up right after a little pause, a little time of rest. So recharge, get ready, because it definitely feels like you are in the process of making space for a lot of abundance, a lot of magic, and a lot of new projects. We have your hard work is paying off. It will, no matter what. And again, it's definitely part of your job to find the time to breathe, find the space, make the space to pause and breathe. And again, recharge your battery. So very interesting. Your hard work pays off. Oh my goodness. And we have the answers you need are coming at the bottom of the deck. So very interesting. Again, where is your mind at? I think that there could be important communication, Scorpio, happening just between you and maybe your partner, you and people at work. And I definitely feel like it might be a shock for people to be like, okay, Scorpio really needs time to recharge. Let us give them that space. You should have asked before. I feel like this is the kind of things like people are going to say to you, like, yeah, of course we can help you. Of course you deserve some time off. You just needed to ask. And again, that's planting seeds. It's getting easier and easier with time when we practice just asking for help, asking for it instead of waiting for things to happen or waiting for us to be totally drained and burned out. So it might seem like a very on the surface message, but I feel like, again, there's something deeper. The Queen of Cups is always showing up when there's something deeper. And the fact that the Tower was in the reverse and then in the upright, it's like, in French we say brûler la chandelle par les deux bouts, meaning burning the candle from both sides. This is exactly what the Tower in the reverse and the Tower upright feels like. So yeah, maybe journal on what does it feel like to offer yourself that cup. How does it feel to slowly but surely having your cup fill up again in some way? What do you need to make that cup overflow? What do you need to release? There's a lot that wants to be released. And when you are releasing old stories about having to work all the time, having to show up constantly and never saying no, when you release those old beliefs, the scale balance itself out and new opportunities are showing up. And yeah, you actually had the time to make space for all the good stuff that wants to show up in your life. So I'm sending love, Scorpio. Take exquisite care of yourself. Know that you can join me on Patreon if you're looking to, learn more about tarot. I have a bunch of tarot lessons there, and I post every week an hour-long mystery reading. If you're interested, come check it out, okay? I'm sending love, guys.